Hey everyone, the question of the moment seems to be, should I have a remote work policy? We have all kinds of employee policies. We probably have handbooks that we haven't looked at in years, but we might not have a remote work policy because we weren't planning on doing this. And so, what is included in a remote work policy and what's important? I believe that we should be putting one together right now. If your HR team needs help, let us know. Or if you don't have an HR team, we're glad to help. But the things that should be involved in one of those are things like what is expected of you from remote work. For instance, what are the hours? Can I work at night? Do I need to work during the day? What am I supposed to wear when I'm on video calls? What's expected of me as far as lunchtime or recording hours or punching a clock if I normally punch a clock at work? How am I going to do that at home? You know, those kind of tactical things, as well as things like what is my reporting structure? Does that change in a remote work environment, or when am I supposed to do my check-ins with my manager? And what is expected of me as far as being on a video call? Should I always have my camera on a video call, or do I not have to? Those kind of things should be in a policy. Also, things like our confidentiality policy. I know most of those people probably signed those when they came on board, but they probably have forgotten about them. So now's a good time to actually include that in a confidential or in a remote work policy, because it's really important for them to remember that even though they're away from work, especially if they're away from work, they may be at home with spouses that may be in different companies, and they may be hearing things that or sharing things that they shouldn't share. And it's not because they are trying to do that, they're just not even thinking about it. So again, recirculating that confidentiality policy in the remote work policy is really important. Things like expenses, what are they going to be reimbursed for? Can they buy a monitor? Can they re-expense part of their cell phone? Can they expense part of their internet expense from their home internet expense now that you're requiring them to work from home? These are all questions that you should be able to put in one of these policies. Also, things like making sure that they understand safety and security when using things like a Zoom call, and that they understand that when we use these great video mechanisms that we may be being recorded. So they need to be careful what they say when they're talking about other employees or clients, things like that, that this may be a recorded situation, so that we may let them know for legal purposes we need to be very careful in how you want them to handle that. So all of these things should be in a remote work policy. And again, if we haven't had time to do that, totally understand, but now's a good time to do that. So if you have any questions, let us know. Good to talk to you today.